The BMW X6 appeared in 2007 as a concept at the Frankfurt Motor Show. Starting next year, the world's first representative of the sport activity coupe with a sloping roof and the habits of a charged hatchback began to conquer the world market. The greatest success was waiting for the BMW X6 from those buyers, on whom the Bavarian marketers were counting. These are America with the Emirates, China, Saudi Arabia and, of course, the post-Soviet space. The car is produced simultaneously at factories in the USA and Russia, Kaliningrad, India, Thailand, and Malaysia. In 2012, he underwent a restyling that slightly changed his appearance. The BMW X6 is built on the X5 platform, has a completely different rear end with a large overhang and a sloping roof, under which only 2 passengers fit not too imposingly. The main technical difference from the donor was the presence of an active thruster DPC rear axle differential in the X6. The car received its own suspension settings, but the rest of the chassis with permanent all-wheel drive and dynamic redistribution of torque between the axles remained unchanged. 3 petrol and 3 diesel engines were installed on the X6. The car with the designation 3.5i has a 3.0-liter inline gasoline engine with a capacity of 306 horsepower. Its 2 turbines each serve their own 3 cylinders. The next, 4.4-liter V8 engine with 2 turbines in the collapse of the block develops a power of 407 liters. With BMW X6 with this engine is designated as 50i. The trinity of 3-liter inline diesel engines with 6 cylinders differs in the degree of boost and final power. The weakest of the diesels develops 245 horsepower with, on the nameplate, 30D, followed by a 306 horsepower version of the 40D and the fastest, a biturbo diesel with the designation 50D with a capacity of 381 liters. From the standard 4.4-liter V8 petrol, with the help of the now familiar twin-turbo boost, came the hottest of all engines, a 555 horsepower monster for the sports version of the BMW X6M. The greater complexity of the BMW X6 compared to all previous all-wheel drive vehicles of the brand and the presence of the most modern options, such as a surround view system, adaptive headlighting, new navigation, and door closers, determined a rather large range of minor non-systemic malfunctions. At the same time, it is impossible to mark any of the electronic components as a constant source of problems. And a variety of electronics, and the miracle motors themselves are quite tenacious. The only serious problem with gasoline power systems can be a decrease in the efficiency of injectors and a refusal to start on a frosty morning. Designed for Euro 5, engines do not digest domestic mixtures well, and therefore we advise owners of X6, especially with the 3.5-liter engine, to use gasoline with an octane rating of 98 in winter. Cars from Europe do not suffer from such defects. Despite the fact that all modern X6 engines are turbocharged, the factory instructions do not say anything about the need to cool the turbine after an intense ride. Not in the list of works of official BMW dealers and the installation of turbo timers. Nevertheless, in a private conversation, any car service engineer will recommend waiting for the cherished minute before turning off the engine. The 5.0 V8 engine was more fortunate than others. Its turbines have an additional oil pump that continues to work on the switched-off engine and cools the heated boost. Traditionally for Bavarians, gasoline engines have a noticeable oil consumption, which can even reach 700 grams per 1,000 kilometers in sports driving mode. The consumption from maintenance to maintenance, 15,000 kilometers, of 2 liters is considered normal. At the same time, diesel engines with a shorter maintenance interval, 10,000 kilometers, as a rule, do not show a level decrease at all. The picture of regular maintenance of the X6 looks like this. Both gasoline and diesel engines have a camshaft chain drive, so the standard mileage to the big MOT has not been established. On average, standard maintenance for an X6 with a 3.0-liter engine will cost 19,000 rubles, and with a more powerful V8, 25,000 rubles. The price also depends on the cost of the liquids being poured. The manufacturer prescribes 2 types of motor oils, the original BMW and the slightly more budgetary Castrol. Each spark plug, if necessary, will lighten the wallet by 1,000 rubles. For diesel engines, the maintenance plan looks a little different. Regular and extended maintenance alternate, in which the fuel filter is also changed. The cost of the procedures is close to the gasoline ones and amounts to 19,000 and 24,000 rubles, respectively. These expenses can be supplemented by flushing the radiators from road dirt and poplar fluff. This procedure is possible only with the complete disassembly of the front of the machine and is estimated at 35,000 rubles. Once every 2 years, the brake fluid is supposed to be replaced, 6,000 rubles. The BMW X6 will spend the most money on suspension parts. Traditional for all BMW products, the front levers, upper and lower, rarely take care of more than 80,000 kilometers, and the cost of resuscitation of a broken-down chassis with subsequent adjustment of toe camber angles is considerable, 70,000 to 73,000 rubles. The criterion for the safety of the chassis and suspension elements is the use of original rims. Very often, in pursuit of image, X6 owners install oversized or negative offset discs. The result is obvious. Adding up the increased loads with aggressive driving, we get the result in the form of a short running gear life and regular visits to the service station. For this part, the manufacturer strongly recommends sticking to the original, by the way, different sizes front and rear, rims and corresponding tires. There have been unsystematic cases of breakdown of large units, such as a transfer case and an electric engine cooling pump. As a rule, they all occur in the initial warranty period. The robust bodywork of the BMW X6 is completely corrosion resistant and highly impact resistant. It is clear that all peripheral plastic can be damaged in a small traffic incident, but the geometry of the main power body parts of the body rarely suffers even in moderate accidents.